In this video, we'll go from this. What the heck? Nothing. To this. Okay, so I've seen this before, and this right here is what's generally going to fix it. I'll show you how to troubleshoot it to verify that this is the problem. But when one of these thermostats goes out, it will not allow any power to the dryer to help protect it from catching on fire. So before we get started, make sure you unplug it. And also, something that can cause this condition, to cause those things to blow, is this right here. I've cleaned this out, and I just kind of left this here to show you what all's there. But there's a little brush that you can get, much like cleaning a chimney, and go through there and clean it out. My house, I've got a 90 degree right here, and then a 90 degree up in the ceiling, and it goes out to the outside wall, about 1.5 stories above the ground. Now, if you got one that goes straight out to the backyard, then obviously it's pretty easy to look through there and see how dirty it is. But this one, it's a lint trap, man. And speaking of lint traps, make sure you clean out the lint trap every time you use the dryer. We do that, but we still get a lot of lint. Okay, so lift this up right here. Now, normally there would be screws on the back, and I've already taken those out. The thermostats, there's one right here, and then there's one right down in here. It's kind of difficult to see. So to get all this out, remove this screw right here, unplug this wire, these two wires, and then when you pull it up, there's 2 more wires down here, the 2 white ones that you unplug. And we will lift, of course, get this out of the way, then lift this heater assembly out, and then that'll allow you to take that last piece out. Okay, so as mentioned before, remove these, and that is 1/4. And place the screw somewhere where you won't lose them. I'll just put it right there for now. Now then, to test this, one side needs to be unplugged. So just do a simple ohms test on it. I actually have ohms with sound right here. So put that on there. That one tests good, so that's okay. So it means I need to continue on. Go ahead and just kind of get this out of the way. Maybe. There we go. So this next screw down here also is 1/4, and it's actually quite long. As you can see, I've kind of already pulled some of it out. Be careful not to drop these things, because that can be a lot of fun, having to tear everything out. Pull the screw out. Again, I'll put it right there. Now, when you get this out, just kind of walk it out a little bit. In fact, I'll go ahead and unplug it. Okay, remember the 2 red wires go to the heating element here. And now we can lift the heating element out of the way. Now, a quick check for your heating element to make sure it's good. These are just coils, so you can look to see if there's a break in the coil, or of course you can ohm it. Make sure you don't have it laying on metal when you ohm it. So it's showing about 12 ohms. So I'll set this out of the way. Now this little piece already came out. On yours it'll probably be in there tighter than what this one is. But there's 2 tabs right here and right here. And the first time I had to pull it out, I used some needle nose to get a hold, because it's in there pretty tight. lifted it out, and then there it is. So now let's check this one, and again, disconnect one side. Get the meter in there. I always touch my meter leads together just to make sure everything's good prior to checking. So I'll go like that. And it's open. So we found the problem. So next is replace this. Down there in the description, I'll have a link to the one that I used for this specific dryer. This is a Maytag. They're sold under many brands, but this specific one is Maytag. So now it's always a good idea to go ahead and replace all of these, just so if it did overheat, it may have kind of damaged the old ones. So I will replace that when I go back to put that one in. And then here, we have two different thermostats. They've got two different heat ranges, and you want to match that up to your old one. So I've got red and green, blue. So identifying the parts, there's the thermal fuse for both models with the pink dot, which that's talking about this one right here. And then we have a thermal fuse for a gas model and one for an electric model. Oh, okay. So the high limit, this is where it's different. The high limit gas model has a yellow dot on it. And then the high limit, which is a large unit, has a blue dot. Didn't really see a blue dot on there, but anyway, that's the high limit. So now I just need to figure out which one of the two small ones, right? So gas or both models? Yellow dot or pink dot. So that looks red to me. Maybe a little bit pink. But anyway, this is the one I need. And that's what it looked like. The one that I took off also had that. So this one right here does not get used. So we'll just set it aside. Set that aside. So now then, that's probably a bad place to leave that. Like so. Well, it fits in there pretty tight. Oh, and by the way, don't try this at home, but in some cases when these first blow, if you're waiting for the new one to come in, sometimes you can just simply throw these things down on the ground really hard and it'll reset, because it's a bimetal piece in here, and that'll shock it so it goes back and works. However, it will probably blow quicker after you do that. So anyway, you can do that to get you a couple extra days out of it. So now then, next, to slide this thing in, there's a little tab here. Yours probably won't be pulled out this far. Again, I've replaced this one before, so I kind of pulled it out a little further to make it easier to get back in. And you slide that down in, and then this piece right here goes up against this side, and then that screw will run down through here like so to hold that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can slide that in. Okay, got that back in. I kind of want to show you what that looks like. Hopefully you can see it okay. Okay, next will be the heater assembly. It's got to go back in. It's a little tricky because it's kind of tight in here to get it through here. In theory, you would put this in first. Slide that back up. Got that in. I'll get that in. Next will be the screw. and that's what the screw should look like after it's in. Now I'll just plug these back up. There's that. And like I mentioned before, I'll go ahead and replace this one. There we go. And lastly, remount that. There we go. Throw that guy in the trash. It's no longer of use to me. Put the top back down and then plug it in and let's test it. If you did take off your ductwork, to clean all that out, make sure you reconnect that before using it. Alright, we have light. That's a good sign. And now the big test. There we go. So that's how you fix a dead dryer. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please select like down there and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, well, subscribe to the channel. Maybe you like the next one. Thank you for watching.